Hi guys, I pray that you're well and that you're having a really good week. Let's talk about love. Okay, so I'm making this video basically for myself. Like, this is me preaching to myself, but I really hope that you guys are blessed by the message in the video. Okay, so let's talk about love. A lot of people think that love is this fluffy, cozy, warm feeling you get, when you get butterflies and you blush and yeah, okay, although love may have those elements, that's not what love is. For me, love is the cross. Love is the crucifixion. Now, if anyone was to be there and to watch the crucifixion, I don't think anyone could describe the crucifixion as being warm and fuzzy and having butterflies, because it wasn't. There was nothing beautiful about the cross. There was nothing attractive about the cross. It was gruesome. There was pain, there was blood, there was sweat. Like, there was nothing that was appealing about the cross. Now, if the cross was so gruesome, then why would Christ do that? Well, the word of God actually says that for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. So it was love that compelled God to do that. It was love that compelled Christ to do that. Something that God has been teaching me is that love is uncomfortable. Like, when you're doing it right, when love is radical, when love is selfless, love is uncomfortable, and it involves dying to ourselves. John 15:13 says that greater love has none than this, than to lay down his life for a friend. Now, when we put in the context of us, laying down our life involves dying to our flesh, dying to that selfish nature, that me. Now, there's times when me and my mum will have an argument and I'll clearly feel like I'm in the right, and God would tell me to go and apologize. And I would be like, but Abba, I'm not in the wrong. And he'd be like, Tavanga, love is patient, love is kind, and love is not rude. You were rude, you were not patient, and you definitely were not kind in that conversation. And God will make me go and apologize, and I will. And there's certain times when my sister would do something and I'll kind of have that attitude like, okay, you know what, if you're going to do that, then I'm going to do this. And God will sit me down and be like, Tavanga, love does not keep records of wrong. And it's so hard, honestly, because my selfish nature wants, to get back at that person. Not necessarily that, but my selfish nature tells me that if someone is rude to me, then I can be rude to them. Or if someone's rude to me, then I don't have to be kind to them. If someone's rude to me, I don't have to be patient with them. But the word of God tells me that love is patient, love is kind, and that because I love that person, I have to do that. And it's uncomfortable. And something that God keeps telling me is that, Tavanga, love is a choice. Love is not a feeling. Love is not something we do when it feels good. Love is not something we do when, it feels like the other person is doing it equally. No, love is a choice. You choose love when it's hard. You choose love when it hurts. You choose love when it's not reciprocated. Love is a choice. Love is not a feeling. And when I say to you that this is not easy, this is not easy, but the thing is that it's doable. It just needs you to make that choice daily. Matthew 5:47 says something like, if you love those who love you, then what reward do you have? Do the taxpayers not even do the same? And it's basically saying that if you are loving your best friend and you're loving your mum and you're loving your siblings, what are you actually doing that's special? What are you actually doing that's different from an unbeliever? Because anyone can love the people that love them. That's easy. What's hard, what's Christ-like, is loving people that are not easy. It's loving people that are not loving you back. That is what sets us apart from the world. That's what sets us apart, because we have Christ as a mirror to follow. Our goal in life is to be as Christ-like as possible. Our goal in life is to look at Christ and try to mirror our life after him. Later on in Matthew 5:47, it says that because Christ is perfect, we shall be perfect. That is our goal. That's what we're striving for. We're striving for that same perfection, for that same sacrificial love. I'm not gonna lie to you. I struggle with this. until this day. Like, God has been teaching me this lesson for a couple of months now, and there's times when I struggle with it. A few weeks ago, a close friend of mine said something to me that really upset me, and it really hurt my feelings, and I was like, you know what, God, I'm so tired of this like love thing. I'm closing down, like I don't want to love anymore, and I'm just done. And he was like, baby, imagine if I did that. Imagine every single time you hurt my feelings, I chose to quit love. I chose to quit, I chose to shut down. I chose not to love. And I was just like, like, I felt so bad because, again, God keeps reminding me that same grace that I experience is that same grace I need to outpour. And I think that's one thing we need to learn, is that when God is outpouring love into us, when God is outpouring grace into us, he's not outpouring into us so we can just like sit there and keep it. No. He's outpouring into us so we can outpour it into other people. It's a constant cycle. So that grace that you're receiving is that same grace you're meant to be outpouring, that same sacrificial love, that same love that keeps record of no wrongs, that same love that's patient with you, that same love that is so kind. That's that same love that you need to be outpouring consistently. And the more you outpour, the more God outpours. Like, that's something I've learned. When I've loved with every fibre of my being, when I've loved when it's been painful, God has literally outpoured double the amount. So, I guess the final note really to this video is that love is uncomfortable. Love demands you to die to your flesh. Love demands you to seek God. When you seek God, that's when he outpours his love into you. Then he becomes your source of love. So when you're loving those people that you find hard to love, you're not doing it in your own strength. You're basically taking from the source and giving. So you are just a vessel. You are taking love, outpouring love, taking love, outpouring love. This is not your love that you're even giving. Like, it doesn't belong to you. And that's something that I guess shocks me when God is like, I'm not loving you for you. Like, I'm loving you so you can go out into the world and love other people. It's not about you. Love is not about you. Like, that's something that I wish we could get our heads around, is love is never about you. Love is always about the other person. Like, love is not about you feeling comfortable. Love is not about you not feeling like being loving today. Love is never about you. Love is always about the other person. Yeah, and I guess I'm a really big firm believer in love languages, and that people have love languages. They are 5 love languages, which is physical touch, gifts, words of affirmation, acts of service, and quality time. And people have different love languages. And my love language is quality time and touch. And I have friends whose love languages are acts of service and gifts. But there's no point me, loving and hugging that person whose love language is gifts, and I keep hugging them and telling them I love them. Like, I can't love someone in the way that I feel comfortable with, because that's how I feel comfortable. Love is not about me. It's not about me. It's about them. So I need to love them in the way that they feel loved. So if I know that person feels love through gifts, then I'm going to make that sorry, I'm going to make that my motive, is to get them gifts, is to love them in the way that they best feel loved. Yeah, I hope that made sense. I'm kind of like going a bit off to, like, on a little tangent thing, so I'm going to finish the video. But yeah, I hope you're really blessed by this video. I hope that it challenges you. I hope that you learn something. And like I said, really, I made this video for myself to replay on those days that I don't really feel loving. Anyway, I pray that you're all well. Have a great weekend. Yeah, and look out for more videos.